So now we're going to look at example 5. $1,000 is invested for 4 years at 10% per annum, compound interest, compounded annually. Now that sounds a little bit different. We've been working with simple interest. Use a table to show how much the investment is now worth. Okay, so the numbers here are exactly the same as in example 4, except the only difference is that we're talking about compound interest instead of simple interest, and we've been told that it's been compounded annually. Now, the way compounding works is that after each period of time, annual being 1 year in this case, we find the interest there and we carry that over to the next year. So I'll show you on a table. 4 years, 4 rows, $1,000. 10%, let's put it in brackets to remind ourselves. So in the first year, 10% is earned of $1,000. So 10% of 1,000 is 100. And the final amount is simply the 1,000 plus the 100, which is 1,100. That will look the same as the previous table. Now we carry that information over here. And this is where compound interest is different, the next step. So it's really important you listen here. With compound interest, the interest happens not on the principal, the beginning amount, but on the amount that we currently have in the bank, let's say. So my interest here is 10% of $1,100. Now 10% of $1,100 is $110. Just stop there for a moment. If you're not sure how to do this calculation, 10% of is the same as saying 10%, 0.1, of means times, and then 1,100. And that will give you that 110. Now the final amount for year 2 is what I started with at the beginning plus what I earned during that year. So I ended up, you can use your calculator, $1,210. This amount carries over here, $1,210. And when I'm up to my 3rd year, I'm earning 10% of whatever I had at the beginning of that year, $1,210. So that's 121. Now I want to add 121 to 1,210. Which is 1,331. That carries over into the 4th year. In the 4th year, I earn 10% of 1,331, which is $133.10. I'm working to the decimals now, and that's okay, we can still do that. I'm going to now add that amount up to the amount before. So I'm going to have 1,000, I'm going to have 400, I'm going to have 64 and 10 cents. Now feel free to use your calculator if you're not really confident with your numbers, it's not a problem. Now, the question says, use a table to show how much the investment is now worth. That wants me to tell you how much at the end of 4 years that money has grown to. Okay? It has grown to $1,464.10. Now, if you compare this to the simple interest, if you flick back onto the other video, you will have noticed that at the end of 4 years, at simple interest, there was only $1,400. So compound interest builds up more interest each time it's compounded, okay? And so it earns you more money. If you needed to find out, the question doesn't ask this, but if you needed to find out how much interest was earned, you could do it 2 ways. You could just add up the total interest here, just like we did before, total interest. And if you added all of those things together, you'd find out that it's $464.10. Or you can do a shortcut. right. Use this answer and take away what you started with, and it'll give you the same thing. Thanks very much.